carry on.
I am. I'm trying to work out which one's the right screen. I think I found it though. Yeah, there we go. Battle of Chained Stag II, Vengeance of the South, live list reveal. And just like that, it almost looks like I know what I'm doing. Anyway, how's it going, Song of Ice and Fire fans? Grant from Yeatcats Miniatures bringing you the live list reveal for Battle of the Chained Stag II, Vengeance of the South, where I am almost 100% positive Brian's going to keep the title and Steve will remain the Squire, which is an absolute ideal scenario because Brian rinses the crap out of him just for being the Squire. But the live chat is open, so if you're in the chat, say hello. We've got 11 people currently watching. Got Carl in the chat. Oi, oi. Keeping it PG. Got Charles next to him. Always PG, mate. Always PG. And Colin. Evening, Colin. And I'm joined by James. Sorry, mate. I spent all that time. I didn't even introduce you. I do apologise. How's things?
Yes, it's fine. I was just going to sit in the corner.
I mean, you can still sit in the corner as long as you've got a laptop. You can take it with you.
Oh, all right. Thanks.
Or mobile phone, whatever you're using, really. You know, as long as it's mobile, you can move with it and sit wherever you like. Sit on the chimney if you like.
Don't have a chimney. That could be problematic.
Oh, nice. Still living in the old caravan.
Yeah. No, well, actually, I was expecting some kind of Hobbit hole like thing from you there, but fair enough. I'll take that.
Mate, I'm not going to mug you off like that. It's not right. Right.
Really? It's not stopped you before.
Nice. Okay. Right. So we're going to do live list reveal for Battle of Chained Stag today, mate. We obviously it's the first Yeatcats event run under Season 6 rules. Should be quite exciting.
Should be. Yeah, I'm intrigued to see what people have come up with. As this will be the first competitive tournament I've kind of really looked into for Season 6, so it'd be quite good.
Nice. Well, cool. Well, let's do this all together. So I will drop the veil of the front screen, and this is what we got. And I'm going to lock the lists live. Lists are locked. We'll lock the tournament. And we'll look at the lists. Well, first, look at the stats. So, stats, first and foremost. On screen, I've got all the percentages. As you can see, there's quite a hefty old showing for Lannister. Is that Lannister? It's Lannister, isn't it? Lannister. Oh, no. That's Brotherhood. 17% Brotherhood. Is that 7%? It's hard. You can't see the number behind it. It looks like a 17. 17% Brotherhood. We have less percent Lannisters, 8% Bolton, 8% Martell, 8% Greyjoy, 4% Targaryen, 21% Baratheon. Fuck, blimey. I mean, sorry, Cole. 21% Baratheon, 4% Free Folk, 4% Nightwatch, 0 neutrals, 17% Stark. So, first and foremost, James, are you shocked by those numbers? Obviously, we expected Brotherhood to be quite a present in the current scene. How are we feeling about the rest of them? Baratheon, 21% Baratheon. That's a bit of a weird one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's big. That is big. It's a lot more than I expected more Targaryen players as well. Given that Blood Riders are now 1 point, I mean, they're really good value. And again, low free folk players. I also expected to see more free folk sort of coming out of the woodwork now that with the free attachment points as well, or a -4 to playing mag, which is pretty big as well. So interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely, and actually, it'll be intriguing to see what the split between the Renly and the Stannis side will be as well.
Yeah. Well, if you were looking at the stats on screen now, like you've got like 70% Starks. Like I think Starks with this new Season 6 update with the extra points for attachments and quite a lot of access to ignoring attachment limits, I think a lot of people are enjoying playing with Starks. I'm definitely enjoying list building with Starks at the minute. I've been speaking a lot to Psycho Steve, who's playing this tournament. I'm speaking to Brad Blackburn as well, who's I think he's running Starks tournament. I haven't checked yet, but we'll see in a minute. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people that play Starks are really enjoying that list building side of it now in season 6. Obviously, you've been playing a bit of Brotherhood. How are you finding the new list building stuff in season 6?
I think for Brotherhood, it's quite difficult because you've got 5 points worth of attachments to kind of fit, which can be quite challenging unless you go with lots of smaller units, which I don't think is necessarily their strong point. Yeah, I think it's quite difficult, and obviously they're limited on the unique attachments that they can bring as well, depending on which characters you're going to put into your list, and with the restriction between Catelyn and Beric, that causes a problem as well. So I think it's quite challenging, but still quite good fun because they have got some cool characters. But I've actually been looking back into Targaryens again, and I am playing Targaryens in the upcoming league that we've got, and I've started tinkering with some lists, which is actually quite good fun to throw in some characters I haven't used for a long time or at all. Like Marcellin, attachment at 2 points, never used him. Now, go for it. He's 1 point and he's really good. So yeah, no, I think it's really opened up lots of different combinations I'd never even considered before. So yeah, it's gonna be good.
I didn't realise that non-Targaryen armies existed without cavalry.
Yeah, of course they do.
Wow.
I mean, then they're not meta, but they do exist.
Evening's Nick in the chat. So let's get into the commanders. Right, so 3 Renly Baratheon charismatic heir. So that's the starter set Renly. And if you look further down, there's 2 of the starter set Stannis commander. 3 Steel Shanks Bolton. 3 Beric Dondarrion. 2 Euron Greyjoy. 2 Gregor Manning. Euron Greyjoy, that's an interesting one. Let's see him selected twice. Didn't really see him much. But I guess, is that a fallout of not being able to use Roose as a panic commander in Greyjoys now?
Potentially, but I didn't really see Roose that much anyway.
Yeah, spread fear, which was long range.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's factual stuff.
I'm not sure. Maybe we should ask Carl.
No, I'm not asking him. He doesn't agree with me. He makes me show him the card. You got Rob Stark, Brendan Tully Blackfish, Howland Reed twice, Khal Drogo twice, and just the ones for us and Mia. Magdamites. We have got Magdamite listed here then. So it'll be interesting to see that. Magdamite and Mance Raider. I wonder if that's going to be Brian McGonagall. I'll have a look in a minute. Oh yes, someone's taken Bolon as a commander. What a king, mate! So it's definitely a non-meta choice using Bolon, but I love playing Bolon commander, so great to see someone playing it. Lots of different.
Adam Marbrand.
Yeah, lots of different. Yeah, he was a really good commander at one point, wasn't he? When he was.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we haven't seen him since that got changed, so not as a regular choice anyway. So that's cool.
Yeah. Gerald
Alistair
Dane.
Thorne, again, I've hardly ever seen him.
Yeah. Great number.
So I think this is because we never see him.
Well, mate, there's 17% Stark showing and only 1 greater number. That shows that people are trying to play other stuff, which is definitely positive.
Yeah, for sure. I think the new attachment thing opens up lots of different combinations with commanders with their cards.
Yeah.
So I think that's what we're going to start to see.
Awesome. Dan G in the chat. Dan, we've got 4% Boltons here, which looks like we've got 2 Bolton players running. 4%, 2 players?
8%.
8% Boltons. Yeah. Nice. 3 lots of Steel Shanks Bolton. Right, should we get into lists?
Yes, let's go.
Right. Players, right. So let's just sort of pick some lists at random, I guess. So let's go top here. Colin with Renly Paramount Stormlands and Renly Charismatic Heir. Obviously, we see Colin really taking advantage of that dual split faction loyalty. Let's see what he's running. Tunis Halberdiers, nice, with Renly, Guard Morrigan, that newly reduced to 1 point. Where is he? There he is. Counter Strike and Dauntless. Golden Company Crossman with Brienne. Stag Knights with Thornwatch. The Thornwatch Sentinel, man, he's so good now for 1 point. 1 point, give me a Dauntless, Furious Charge, and Pathfinder. I think we're going to see these in quite a lot of lists now. Did you feel this is probably the first time we see Colin expose himself as being a power gamer?
Why?
He's a power gamer, isn't he?
So something that we need. I'm gonna put a pause there. So something we need to look at as we go through will be how many lists actually use their 4 points worth of attachments.
Yeah.
And how many lists are now running a 5-2 rather than a 4-3 or a 3 NCU plus whatever combination.
Now Colin's first list is a 5-2. He's got 1, 2, 3. Say 3 of his 4 points of attachments.
Yeah. Because ultimately, that's what's going to shake up the way we traditionally build lists in this game, right?
Yeah. Second list, Charismatic here. Mate, 3 units of Rose Knights? What sort of animal does that? Mate, Colin, you're out of order, geezer. That's wrong. You shouldn't be taking 3 units of Rose Knights. We're here to make friends, but building a community. 3 units of Rose Knights, and you need to rise a High Garden. Well, that's a 4-3. He's only used 2 points of his attachments. Yeah, they really suffer from not being able to take the mounted attachments. Or in faction mounted attachments.
Yep, I think so. But that's going to be a problem across the game system, which is where Starks are going to come out on top alongside Nightwatch, right? With being they're the only 2 factions, aren't they? And Gregor is the only other one, right?
And Dragons the Noble in Stannis loyalty.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. And obviously neutral.
Oh yeah, but I'm talking about the free attachment points in-house.
Yeah, but neutral's obviously got Glory Seekers and Fortune Seekers in-house.
Oh yeah, well, they don't care. They're not a faction, are they?
Of course they're a faction. It's actually been put to universe that running neutrals is the best way to win best in faction at every tournament. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that is one way.
I mean, that's a really nice list. You can see the synergy there. He's got Courtney Penrose, Olenna, and Varys. I'm surprised we don't see Marjorie for the extra healing on the Rose Knights, because you're basically looking to heal the Rose Knights now, and Tycho just to heal all 3 units in one hit and start dealing wounds. Nice. Yeah, couple of good lists there. I'm really looking forward to seeing that Rose Knight list. All joking aside, because Rose Knights are still one of the best units, one of the best sculpts in the game, easily. Such a nice model. Colin said, sorry for running 3 units of Rose Knights. They've been sat in his box for ages. Yeah, right, yeah. Oh, sorry. I've just got 3 boxes of Rose Knights. I had to use them somewhere. That's my impression of Colin. Awesome. Okay, cool. Brad Blackburn, should we get into Brad? Our Master of Ships?
Yep.
Running Starks. Oh my days, look at that. What an animal. Okay, cool. Well, it's a fluffy list, isn't it? 3 units or 4 units of Tully Cavaliers, Brienne and Tully Commander, and 2 units of Winterfell Guardian. And 3 units of Tully Cavaliers, Winterfell Guardians in.
Oh. Yes. That's 4 units of Knights.
Nice. With Robb Stark and Shay as NCUs. That's Well,
No, Catlin is interesting.
that's a lot of hitting power, isn't it? Nice. Okay, cool. Well, that's yeah. I mean, like again, he's not used the 4 points attachments, but did he need to? Yeah, yeah. Colin's completely right in the chat. Your Rose Knight, we don't look as bad now. Not at all. No, not at all. All right,
Does
nice.
that work out? So you got talk amongst yourselves.
Um,
No, he has used the attachment points. So all the Winterfell Guardians are free.
yeah, we've only got 3 of them.
Yeah. But oh yeah, I see what you mean. But yeah, he hasn't used all 4 points, but he can't physically
Yeah,
do it. This is silly.
yeah. Nice. I mean, it'll be easy to. I mean, at least it's only 16, 17, 16, 18 models, isn't it, for an army? A touch. Second list though, Howland Reed. So Howland Reed in Berserkers with a Credible Survivalist. What happens there then? So they've got add a disrupt, disrupt, superior flanking, and Credible Survivalist gives them loose for escape and Pathfinder. So yes, I guess that helps them miss the miss all like the bogs and stakes and stuff, which is quite nice. Cast Arc Spearman with Mirror Reed, Cunning Trapper. So we give them traps and hold the line. Credible Bog Devils, Syrio Tyrell, and Credible Survivalist. I've been playing a lot with Credible Bog Devils in the Season 6 list building. I really like them now. I think with the ability to take the Survivalist as well as another attachment, they really do jump up in value. I've been trying to run them with a 2-point Rob Stark. And Jojen Reed in Gun Crossbows to obviously help their offense and defense. Arya Stark, Catelyn Stark, and Rob Stark as SCUs. Rob Stark in both lists, so that's interesting. Obviously feeling the +1 movement on the outflank. How many activations is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 3. So 8 activation Starks. And how many attachment points are used? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he's used all 4 attachment points there.
Yep.
Nice. I quite like this list.
In fact, he's got five attachments in there.
Yeah, but one.
So he's paid a point for 1 year.
No. The Credible Survivalist, you get one for free if you take Howland Reed Commander.
Oh, I must have missed that.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it's all of the attachments now are free, which is definitely making good use of it.
Well, nice.
Oh yeah. Hopefully we'll run both lists tomorrow. But Tully Cavaliers, oof. It's a big oof. Bob Malin.
Just 2 seconds. So yeah, so Carl in the chat. Do you know what? I just had that thought as well. I don't know if Brad's in the chat, but yeah, you could accidentally forget that box, which would completely ruin his day.
That's not very nice. Well, to be fair, Bedford Hobbies do sell boxes of song stuff, so just cost them a bit more. Anything's worth it in the in service of the North, right? No price too high. Bob Malin is running Brotherhood Banners from Tamworth Gaming Club. Rose Knights, nice. That's I think that just in the top three lists we've looked at, we've already now seen more Rose Knights than we've seen in any other tournament that we've run. So, I mean, it's the world of Rose Knights now, right? So you got Rose Knights of Beric Dondarrion, Brotherhood with Glory Seeker, Larceny Sellswords, Eric Dane, Peasant Levy with Gendry, Peasant Levy with Tom Seven Strings, and Ghost of High Heart, Forest of Mir, and Jack and Nagar. How does that look as a list for Brotherhood?
Yeah, the sellswords are an interesting choice. I mean, can only assume it's because they're the points.
Yeah, I mean, it also gives them a lot of healing, doesn't it, off the token as well, because they get they heal from pillage tokens, then heal from regroup as well when they retreat. Gendry in
They hit.
peasant.
I suppose they hit hard, don't they?
Yeah.
Gendry. I play Gendry in peasants. It's horrible.
Mm.
He's really good. Really good.
Tom Seven Strings taunt. Yeah.
Yeah, which is fine. Which works really well in peasants. I quite like Lemon Cloak in peasants as well.
So you got 5 run the 5/3s and 8 activation, but less than 4-point lever units really help push that high activation over the line, doesn't it?
Yep.
1, 2. Well, that's the glory seek is not one of your points, is it? So 1, 2.
It is.
4.
It is because of the brotherhoods. Yep.
Nice.
He's used all of them. Used all the attachment points.
And the second list is the same, other than Tom seven strings is replaced by Hot Pie.
Yep.
Same NCUs. Ghost Forest Dragon. Ghost Forest Dragon, yeah. Yeah, literally just one attachment change. Nice. Obviously someone just always try and get the grips with the Brotherhood. Nice. Obviously if people got any sort of opinions on some of these lists, do chuck them in the chat so we can sort of bring your comments on board as well. But yeah, good list. I mean, I think Brotherhood are just very quite strong at the minute anyway. Drabs, Joe Drabble is running Starks. We'll quickly scan through these. We've already seen some of the start lists. So we've got Bloody Armour Skirmishers, Brennan Tully, Gideon Stort, Stand Your Ground. Nice. Something strange we don't normally see. Bowman with Cameron Walden. Has Tully Cavaliers, Winterfell Guardian. Umber Berserkers with Great John. Eddard Howland
That's
Arya.
nice. Don't usually see him as an attachment, so that's cool.
Yeah. Obviously, Tom's running it quite a lot in the club, so it's quite nice to see. In the chat, Dan saying he used to think that Brad was a nice bloke. I know he really has changed. He has changed a lot. It was nice when he played Martell, but ever since he's started playing Starks, he's been casting a lot of shade. Yeah, it's a nice list though. It's a different list, isn't it? And then I read Rob Stark Commander. I'm really going to start playing a lot more Rob Stark Commander. I think he's got a lot more traction in season 6, so I'm going to start playing him a little bit more. This is similar to what I was saying about the Bog Devils. So you got the Commander version, gives them tactical reposition, enhanced mobility, and regroup. And obviously, Kramer's Rivals gives you weakened and elusive escape and Pathfinder, and Stormcrow Dervishes give you a swift strike. So with the Bog Devils, it's the swift retreat, but it's a similar sort of combo.
It's just the Dervish is probably a bit more durable, right?
Yeah. Mate.
Bog Devils are 5 armor, 6 morale, I think.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm checking. Yep. Oh, 5 armor, 5 morale.
Yeah, so point difference in thingy, but they also get
754 in their attack profile.
Yeah,
So they're a little bit. So the Dervishes are a little bit more durable and sort of hit a little bit harder. I'm also interested to see what the community thinks about the new Motivated by Coin, because I tested it in a game and I thought it was a bit meh.
Yeah, but it's just a sort of a stray bullet because they had to get it to tone down Bron with the free attack actions. You know, you could just take it off him, but you know they wanted to do this. This is where we are. Grey Wind. House Tully Cavaliers with Winterfell Guardian. House Carstark Spearman with Rickon and Usher. Shaggy Dog. Start Bowman, Cranagman Malden. This is a hell of an. What's how many activations is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's only 2 NCUs. Yeah, 8 activations. 1, 2, 3. It was used all his NCU, all his free attachment points. That's interesting. Nice. Seeing a lot more
Yep.
Cardstock Spearmen pop up, haven't we?
I think they're a good unit,
I
and I
agree.
think now that you can give them a free attachment, you can actually make them a bit, because I think their problem is that a holder line is great, but their actual kind of attacking power is a bit lackluster.
Yeah.
When you've got Sworn Swords as your other 5-point option, right? So
Yeah.
I think that's their problem, is that they, in faction, they suffer because Sworn Swords are probably an all-round better choice.
Yeah.
But now you
Yeah.
can give them an attack. What do you not think?
I run Cardstock Spearmen rather than Sworn Swords. I think actually Starks have got loads of really nice 5-point units. You've got the damage dealing Sworn Swords. You've got the defensive Spearmen. You've got the supportive Crannogman, and then you've got the Cardstock Loyalist at 5-point as well. And the Cardstock Loyalist I actually really like on paper. I've not used them as much as the other units, but I think they're actually quite good as well with the Vicious and the Panic tokens and stuff getting put out. In my opinion.
Yeah, no, I think that, yes, I think they're spoiled for choice at that kind of level. So maybe they're just missing out because you've got other options.
Yeah.
But yeah, now that you can give them a free attachment in there to give them a little bit more kind of oomph,
Yeah.
definitely well worth it.
Okay, well, let's look at our first Night's Watch list. So we've got Robert Grant from Dice of Lead and Steel. Obviously, this is their sort of home area. So we've got Jon Snow, Ranger Hunters, Builder Scorpion Crew, Swarm Brothers with Corin Halfhand. What's Corin do? Battle Scars, isn't it? Battle Scars, go down fighting, nice. Veterans of the Watch with Alistair Thorne and Satin. Range Trackers, Watch Marshal, Eamon and Sir Dennis Mallister. Do we get the 4 points in now? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4. Yeah, because
Yes.
of Saturn. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to start to see a lot more of those kind of ignore attachment restrictions characters just get thrown into stuff just because, right?
Yeah. 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 It's quite a nice combo of Alistair Fall in there, isn't it? It's given them a bit more defense as well. Each time pass panic test, they suffers a wound, and arm resolve. So morale 4, keeping the cards on for a little bit longer as well. Quite a nice little combo there. Yeah, awesome. Second list, Alistair Fall Commander. Using Vicious, Prey and Fear, and Threaten. Threaten will be nice to stop the attacks getting through.
With the vets, yeah.
Yeah. Ranger Hunters with Jon Snow. Rex Heroes and Warcry. Vets with Corin Halfhands and Battle Scars again and go down fighting. Benji Stark, Wolf and all. I love Benji Stark's character. Sentinel and Ambush, especially like pre-Cold Hands Benjen.
Ranger Hunters a Sentinel.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Ghost, Awful Yarick, and Sir Dennis Mallister. Obviously, Robert really into the Sir Dennis Mallister NCU. But to be fair though, he's a really good NCU, so I get that.
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah. Obviously, Carl's been playing a lot of nights watching the chat. How do we feel about them lists, Carl? You can respond to me as I go to the next one. Elliot Jones playing Greyjoy's first Greyjoy list. Balon Greyjoy. I can't wait to get this. Balon Greyjoy in Household of Reapers. Ironborn Bone with Baelor Blacktide. Drownmen. Ironborn Reapers with Reaper Captain. Iron Crew with Newt. And another unit of Drownmen. And Aeron and Windermere as NCUs. 2 NCUs list for Greyjoys. 1, 2, 3. He's only used 3 of his attachment points. Which I don't understand. Because while you could, if you're in the chat, mate, you could have just chucked another Reaver Captain one of them units. It's just another point, isn't it? Just to use. Stuck it in the bowman.
Well, you could have, or you could have put another attachment in the Reavers.
Yeah.
Asher. Euron.
Yeah. I really like Asher with Sentinel and Gang Up. I think that's really key to Greyjoy
Especially,
going forward.
yeah, especially if you are playing the Reaver Captain, right? Because then you can outflank, rear, or flank charge with another unit easier.
Yeah. I think obviously well, not everybody knows, but you know that I've been recording the Faction Overview series again. I've been speaking to Mikkel about Greyjoys, and having Asher is a really key part to fighting against cavalry, especially with higher activations. It gives you that sort of free cavalry maneuver when your unit's attacked, and then obviously get your activation after. So I would like to have seen Asher in that. That would have worked really nice with Reavers. Anyway, Victorian Commander though in Iron Victory Crew, Ironborn Bowman with Baylor Blacktide. I don't think Elliot's in the chat, so I don't think he can give us any insight. But I imagine the Baylor Blacktide is literally there to give them just a bit more defence with unyielding, and obviously try and get them more dice with their shots. So they'll go to 7, 6, 5, which ain't bad.
Not for a
Drownmen,
4-point unit.
no, true. Drownmen, I'm on Reavers with Reaver Captain. Household Reapers with Newt, Aeron, Baron, and Wendermere as ensues. Again, really nice, solid. I love it. I love it when you see Baron and Aeron in the same NCU lineup because just the two drowned priests. I quite like that. Makes me smile. A Greyjoy smile. 1, 2, only 3 points of attachments again.
Yeah, maybe you didn't realise the Reaver Captain ignores the attachment restrictions.
Yeah. Fair play.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice list though. I'm loving Greyjoys in a minute, so I'd be really interested to see them playing. Also, Cole's come back to the chat about Nightwatch. Makes me want to carry on playing Nightwatch. Really enjoyed them before the update. Now they've got so many options. Yeah, I mean, in fairness though, Cole, I feel like everything has got so much options now. I want to just play everything in a minute. Yeah, it's a really good place to be going into it. Right, so Dan's in the chat. Let's look at the first Bolton armies. You ready, James? You ready? James, have you fallen asleep?
Yes, totally.
Right, cool.
You can lead the charge. I don't know anything about Boltons. Are they even a faction?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. They're a mini faction.
No one plays them, right?
Well, we thought nobody did, but Dan's done quite well with them. I mean, there's 2 people turn up to this talk with them. So whether or not they've been given a short straw by the mates to take Boltons, we don't know. But one of these might win the tournament. Although
It's very true. I mean, it'd be interesting to see how many games Dan's got in with the new Bolton rules and how they're doing now, whether it's made much of a difference or not.
Yeah. Well, Dan's in the chat. Feel free to chuck it in there, Dan. We'll read it out. They've got 2 inches of Blackguards. One with Commander Steelshanks, giving them Sundering, Iron Resolve, and Shared Fear. Shared Fear is such a weird rule. 2 inches Dreadful Archers. What does he give them? Iron Resolve, Sundering. He gives them Intimidating Presence. Nice. So I'm presuming the look of this list is that they're going to fire. Yeah, yeah. So you've got 2 units with Intimidating Presence, including the Flame and Ramsey attachment. And they've got 2 units of Archer, so they can shoot into combat with Intimidating Presence and push the wounds through, which is quite nice.
Yes, and you've got the healing mechanics, haven't you? So you've got Fuel by Slaughter and the Iron Resolve to try and keep you holding the line, right?
Yeah. And Roos and Mulder as NCUs. So we've got there then 1, 2, 3, 4 points.
Don't forget you get a free bastard boy, don't you?
Yeah, so he's lost a point there somewhere. But
yeah.
he hasn't got the units. I think you've got to make that decision. This is what we're saying about the faction cavalry options, I suppose, isn't it? Because they haven't got any. The Flamemen go without an attachment, which is a
Yep.
shame. Nice. And the second list is also still Shanks, but this time he's in Spearman. Whee, he's running Spearman. Blackguards with Ramsay Snow. Again, that vicious vicious intimidating presence and horrific visage. So that's just in naturally. I mean, I think that's when I spoke to Dan on season 6 updates. Yeah, Dan said about the fact that one of the best parts of the free attachments thing is that Boltons will get Ramsay for 2 points, and they're the only faction outside of neutrals that will get Ramsay for 2 points as an attachment, and he's such a good 2-point attachment. Getting him for free seems a bit unfair. But Boltons don't get much, so we'll let them have the little wins.
Oh, yeah.
Then we had
What are you
Bastard.
talking about? They don't need any help.
Yeah. Bastard Girls with Damon Dance Me, Giving Boltons Courage, Dreadful Archer with Sour Allen, Brutal Sadism. That Sour Allen Dreadful Archer combo is amazing. It helps just. For me, I really like it because it's a utility piece for me to chuck panic tokens out if I need them for the cards. And if not, then it's you've got Critical Blow for the mass lightly armored stuff and Sundering for the armored stuff. So that's quite nice. Flayed Men, Bruce Bolton, Mortar Frey again. So what we think about the Bolton lists?
Yeah, I mean they seem pretty solid. Unfortunately, all the Bolton lists always look pretty solid on paper. I think it's just struggle in practicality at times, but no, it all looks pretty good. I think utilising Ramsay Snow for free is big, right?
Yeah. You go look at the chat there as well. From Dan said that he's played 12 games under season 6 changes. Feel really good. Triple Prisoners is chef's kiss. Nice. Love the amount of positivity that man has. Paul Winter, Lannisters. He's running a red cloak list again. Obviously, spamming units is apparently now the way forward to this game. We've got gold cloaks with Jaime Lannister. We've got red cloaks with Adam Marbrand. Red cloaks with Salt Veteran. Gregor Clegane, Joffrey Baratheon, Cersei Lannister, and Roose Bolton as NCUs. Really pushing the panic damage there. Anyone that's seen his list reveals before would have already seen this list, but it is an extremely strong list, and Paul does very well with it, doesn't he?
Yes. Yep, it's his go-to.
Oh, he's taking a turncoat as well. Oh, the attachment points. Have a look. So, 1, 2, 3, 4 with a turncoat. Yeah. The enemy attachment thing seems really good now.
Yeah, he obviously he put this in our club chat the other day and actually made a really good point that the Lannisters can, if they run out of attachment points, just take turncoats, don't you?
Yeah. Obviously, that was brought up in the season 6 update changes. A conversation I had with Isaac Cajo as well. He brought up that you can now we'll just take turncoats when we run out of points. Yeah, and it's like so those enemy attachment points now could be quite good. There's not loads, is there? There's this one, Jaime Lannister, Jack and the Garth, Stark.
That's it. Well, that's it.
Yeah. Oh, and Mance Raider as well for Free Folk.
Yes. Yeah, so there's not many, but obviously the Free Folk and Stark choices are limited. Whereas if you couldn't fill out 2 or 3 points with Lannisters, you could just run 3 turncoats. Just cause.
Yeah. And actually, it's not a bad shot if you're running like a cavalry list and you run 4 turncoats and put them in enemies units and then kill them as you go in because they do some really cool stuff, don't they? Tokens and all the tactic cards. Nice. Second list, Adam Marbrand, commander. So it was Paul that ran it in Warrior Sons. Lannister Garb, Aris Oakheart, giving protection of the crown. Castle Rock Honor Garb of Meryn Trent is a token money. No, Intimidation of the crown. Okay. Oh yeah, no use. Yeah.
It gives tokens, yeah.
Jaime Lannister attachment for Halberdiers. Again, yeah, this is something that Kojo pointed out how good Jaime is now in Lannister Halberdiers. Yeah, Master Trade and Stalwart makes them absolutely brutal 5-point unit. Mountain's Men, Manda Moore, Dominance of the Crown, giving them +1 to hit and sundering. Yeah, nice. With Joffrey and Tyrion. Pretty solid lands list.
That is solid. Very solid.
We're seeing a lot more 8 activation lists now, aren't we, because of this, because of these changes?
Yeah, this is what I said to you about looking at the NCU combat unit splits. I think we're going to start to see more 2 NCU builds.
Yeah, although to be fair, I think with the attachment points, being able to sort of tweak your units, your lower point units a little bit more now, I wonder if we'll see just an increase in making it 8, instead of making it a 4-3, going to a 5-2. I wonder if we'll just go to a 5-3 with more units on the board and keeping the 3 NCU on there. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and I suppose, in traditionally, and if you're talking about, how armies should be constructed and how other game systems do it, where you have to have, I'm going to use the GW term for like a core, but you should have an element of spent in core, and then you have all your other cool choices on top, which is how other systems play, right? So I think this is changing the mindset in the game to play more of your base troop choices, and then adding in your attachments into them, and then adding in a couple of special choices, and then having 2 NCUs and that's just kind of base build. Maybe that's the vibe that they were going for.
Nice, yeah. It's a nice list by Poole, yeah.
Yeah, very nice.
Daisy Byrne from Dice Len Steel, again running Lannisters. We'll quickly have a quick flick over these. Bolton Blackguards with Kevin Lannister, giving them Might the Iron Throne. See, that's a nice choice. I like that. So it gives them Lannister Supremacy. So they've got Horrific Visage and Lannister Supremacy, giving them lots of panic damage. But also gives them Might the Iron Throne, so they get that auto 6 charge. If your opponent does not control the crown. So it gives them a little bit more, especially keep in mind they've gone to movement 5 now. Gives them 11-inch threat range. That's quite nice. I like that.
It's not just that. I think it's supremacy, right? So you have to take Horrific Visage and then take Supremacy at the end.
Yeah.
On a 3 armor unit. That's pretty good.
Mountain's Men with Ramsay Snow, pushing the panic healing as well. Prey on Fear and Fueled by Slaughter. Yeah, nice.
Yep.
Cloaks. Oh, yes. We've got Sir Robert Strong. Mate, Sir Robert Strong now for 2 points. He's such a good attachment. Like, for me, it feels like he's the most premier 2-point attachment in the fucking game now because, sorry, Carl, apologies, mate, that's not very PG. But they've got resilience and unstoppable wrath, so you've got a really nice defensive ability and a really nice attacking ability. So, yeah. That's filth.
Yeah, on Red Cloaks, which are mid-level units, and that now makes them tougher and hit a lot harder, rather than going into something like Castle Rock Honor Guard, where they're just making their high defense unit already, making them better. What it does is bring that Red Cloak unit right up.
Yeah. Someone said in the chat, why play panic lists in this higher power meta? Everything has 5 morale now. Yeah, but if we're referring to Paul's panic list, there's potential there to be like a -8 on some, isn't he? Sometimes.
Yeah, but it's death by volume, isn't it?
Yeah. Dice.
It works on the theory that if you roll enough tests, you fail some.
Yeah. Again, he does very well in tournaments with them. I'm interested to see how it's going to look now with the new Season 6 changes and if it will perform as well as he has been. But I mean, if I'm honest, if you put him up against Brad's Tully Cavalier list, what's he going to
Play the list, second list.
do? Yeah, hope you're on the second list as well. Yeah, yeah. Carburn, NCU, Highspur, Joffrey, and Jamie maimed hostage. Nice, nice, nice. Jamie maimed hostage is such a nice enemy attachment, though. I'll keep looking at him and try to work out ways that maybe if I ever did do Lannister to use him. I think Eventual Captive is so cool for the the enemy gets +1 to morale test, and that's obviously the downside for you guys too. But you get extra victory point for him, and also whilst you control the crown because it obviously goes on your opponent, that's a -1 to hit. You put in a range unit, all of a sudden that takes the sting right out of them. So it's nice to see Daisy running these because it'd be nice to see him on the tabletop.
You'll never see Jamie named hostage ever.
Ever? Who said that?
Hmm?
Who said that?
Well, we don't, do we?
Oh, I thought you said we will never. I thought we are. He's right here, right now.
Oh, I said I don't. I said we don't ever see him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so it'd be nice now because those attachment points that you get the option. If you're not running, the thing is, Jamie 2-point attachment or 1-point attachment, whether he is the actual attachment version of him, is quite good now. So I think that will struggle to see play because I think the maimed hostage will see play less because the attachment is going to be used. But if you're not running the attachment, this gives you 1-point thing, and I think actually it's quite a nice 1-point attachment just to strike the enemy up with if you're not going to run a turncloak. Then we've got Gregor list and Pyromancers, giving lots of auto wounds and no armor saves. Castle Renegade Mary Trent, we've seen that. House Clegane Mountains member Sandor, giving them Proud Fear, Furious Charge, and Field by Slaughter. House Clegane Brigands with Clegane Butcher. Oh, Clegane Butcher, they've got in faction.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him.
Get a few, Field by Slaughter as well. Just chuck some Field by Slaughter on your Castle Renegade. Bosh. High Sparrow.
Oh yeah, so you could run 3 units of knights for them, couldn't you?
Yeah. High Sparrow, Kyburn, Joffrey Baratheon, Turncoat, and Jamie in enemy attachments. So that gives us a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 activations with 2 enemy attachments. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 points of attachments.
Yeah, I suppose the only downside is, well, again, it's in the list. There's no space to put the attachments, so you're just throwing them into enemy attachments. Obviously, the downside is you lose those if you're playing an all cavalry list. But
yeah,
if they're free, it doesn't really matter, does it?
No. Nice. Then we got James Ray from Boltons of the South. Ryan Lannisters again. We'll give him a quick scan these because we've seen the Lannister list now. But High Sparrow, Lance Crossman have had a Marbrand. Don't see that normally. That's I guess, the Sentinel to move you up quicker. 2 units Castle Honor Guard, 1 Merrin Trent, 1 Eris Oakhart. Castle Honor Guard now, probably one of the best 7-point units in the game. And then Cersei, Joffrey, Tywin, and Turncoat. So quite a big theme we see here, James. Lots of enemy attachments in Lancer lists.
Yeah, well, why not?
Yeah. Pyromancers, High Sparrow.
There you go. Clegane Butcher.
Yeah, so both lists are High Sparrow. Knights of Castle Rock with Clegane Butcher. Yeah. Castle Honor Guard with Sandor. Again, it gives you tokens for Sandor because you get the Furious Charge. Larceny Sellswords, Jamie Lannister. I need to start running Larceny Sellswords. It looks like everyone else is. I feel like I'm missing out.
Yeah, there you go.
Cersei Lannister, Tyrion, and Shay.
Turncoat.
Yeah, Turncoat. Tyrion Lannister was in. She was quite nice with the plus on the hand size and the counterplot on the stick. Nice. Nicholas Keys from Warns of the South. Playing Baratheons. Obviously, Nicholas has been doing really well with Starks lately. He's decided he's going to run Baratheons, and we got him in 2 units of Kingsmen. Kingsmen, I believe, to be one of the best 7-point units in the game at the minute. I absolutely love them. One with Stannis, one with Axel. Oof. Breath and Waldens with Andrew Estamont. True Conviction, a really solid shake-up for the Baratheons. I think that's really good for Stannis' side. Always re-rolling if you've got the same or more remaining ranks. Yeah, again, this so Royal Lightbringers now can re-roll their attack dice if they're shooting a unit with the same amount of ranks. So I think this is going to be big for Baratheons in season 6. The True Conviction, I think, is really going to take grip of the faction and just own it. It's what I think. And then Crown and Scouts with Dragonstone Noble, C. Shireen, and Alistair Florent. Alistair Florent, I think, has to be a choice in any Stannis list now because that ability to rob the opponent of crowns and make your units go big. And then Renly.
Yes.
Go on.
No, I just totally agree.
Yeah. What do you want that True Conviction? True Conviction now just seems like you can build lists that are just so powerful just on the strength of that rule.
Yeah, which we never really saw that much of it before because it was kind of okay, but now it's free. It's quite a big deal.
Yeah, but it's not only that. It's gone from being just more remaining ranks to the same or more remaining ranks in the new update. So before you had to destroy a rank to then get the rerolls, but now it means that you had to lose ranks for it to kick in, but now it's if you're same. So like Law Lightbringers from the very get-go of the game can now shoot into units and get rerolls as long as they haven't lost any ranks. I think that's huge.
Which is mental.
Yeah. I think we're going to see a lot of this in the new season 6. And Lee Shireen, that's the Florent, yeah, as we said. And then Renly in Stag Knights, another 2-inch Rose Knights. That is now, James, 3, 4, 5, 6 units Rose Knights in this going to be in the venue on Sunday. That's a bit naughty, isn't it?
That is correct.
That's naughty. So yeah, Renly in Stag Knights, Rose Knights for Former Sentinel, Rose Knights for Guard Morrigan. A lot of people taking Guard, the green. Dauntless, that's why, isn't it? Because he Guard the green, so Dauntless gives you the
Who?
Guard.
We never saw him before.
Rainbow Guard, we've got attachments. What the hell?
Yeah, who thought it?
Yeah, but again, Dauntless, and I think, yeah, same with Former Sentinel. Okay, right. So basically, these attachments turn Rose Knights into what they were before the 2021 update. So every time they pass a morale test, now they're healing and dealing. Yeah, nice. That's gonna be a fun weekend for everyone. And then Loris Tyrell giving the Pikeman Deadly Bloom, which turns them into a unit of proxy cheap Rose Knights. Form Watch with Robar Royce, giving them Furious Charge and Reckless Strikes. So solid ability for the Form Watch. The Marjorie Tyrell and Courtney Penrose. So both armies have only got 2 NCUs, yeah. That's what we're saying, isn't it? Going up to the 5-3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry if everyone is watching the screen. They're going to get wizzy for you. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So Nick running the 5-5-2 to get the attachment.
Quite a few of those.
Yeah. No Olena though. Do like Olena. Alex
the points,
Ray.
isn't it?
What's that?
It's the points.
Yeah. I think she's worth it though. I think she's just being able to switch off NCUs is brilliant. Alex Ray with Baratheons. Running Courtney Penrose commanding Highland Pikemen. Stag Knights of Brienne. I guess. Battle Scars, yeah. He took double up on the Battle Scars there, right? Because you got Stag's Fury. Vicious reroll. Oh, it gives you rerolls, I guess, and highest value. Yeah. Nice. Lots of abilities. Lots of text on one unit. Now Breath Mordens with Parvin Crane. What's he do? Rally Cry. Yeah, nice. Oh, then it doesn't heal. Very true, mate. Breath and Sentinels, Robo Royce. I think especially in Stannis Loyalty now, I think Sentinels have got a bit more punch with access to the Red Priestess now. She's really good. Warns with Stockton-on-Tees. with Alistair, Olenna, and Marjorie. Then we've got Stannis, rightful heir in Queensmen. The Kingsmen, that's this Red Priestess, look. So I don't know if you get a chance to check this out yet, James, but she's really good now, look. So each time this unit forms a melee attack before rolling attack dice, it may suffer a wound. If it does, it gains +1 to hit, and the defender becomes panicked or vulnerable. So Alex has put these on Kingsmen, so they're hitting on 2s, so he's just fishing for the critical blows now. And vulnerable going.
Yep,
and
makes
vulnerable
sense.
as well, yeah.
Plus a vulnerable token with Kingsman is always pretty good.
Yep, and we're all Lightbringers, Davos.
Two units of those.
Yeah, getting really choppy. This looks like a really nice balanced list, this one. You've got 2 really offensive units, you've got 1 really defensive unit, then you've got the Lightbringers with Davos, which gives you that true conviction and supply aid, so a bit of healing, but more importantly, those re-rolls and them shots. The morale with these guys can be so good that it's not going to matter too much if they shoot into combat. And 3 NCUs, Alistair Florent. Yeah, see, Alistair Florent straight away. So you know, if you've got Alistair Florent, you know you're going to control the crowns for, well, you can theoretically do it for the whole game. Which then means you get all your re-rolls and fishing for those 2s and the critical blow, or 6s and the critical blows. Axel Florence, the token NCU. And see Shireen, keep units alive just in case, 6 to last isn't enough in the army. You get another one to keep you alive for D3 wounds. Nice.
Yeah.
It's a really solid list. I think we might have a dark horse here, man. I think this might be in contention. I just haven't said that. We have seen some dirt, but as far as balanced list goes, it's a really nice balanced list. Like it. I like it a lot. And did we use all the NCU, all the attachment points? 1, 2, 3. Only 3. Nothing to do about that.
That's the downside to take. So I think the kind of pattern we're seeing is if you're going heavy on the 6s and 7-point units, you're not being able to maximize your attachment points unless you've got 2-point in-house attachments, which are pretty much, they're quite rare now, aren't they?
Yeah. The only one Stannis has is Justin Massey, which I don't really feel is worth the 2 points, but especially because the thing is, this list hasn't been built with that in mind, has it? It's been built with the Kingsmen doing more damage with the Red Priestess and Davos giving the Real Lightbringers re-rolls. And obviously Stannis being the commander, he chucking out tokens from the Queensmen and bunkering down.
Yep.
Is this this might be the list to beat the Tully Cav list though? I think it might be with the 2 to last and the ability to stay alive and Baratheon healing. This might be the list to beat them.
I don't know.
Well, thanks for your
I don't know because the double tap from the Knights can wipe out those to the last quite quickly, can't it?
Yeah.
Because they're only a 4 armor, aren't they? I think that's the problem. But we'll see.
Yeah, for sure. Nice. Then we have Psycho D with his Starks. We'll try and pick up a bit of speed here, get through these a bit quicker because I'll work tomorrow.
Yeah, that's fine. So we've got we're nearly on to the Free Folk list and our Martell player list as well, a little bit further down.
Yeah. We'll quick fly through them because we've got 21 people watching, so we don't want to do someone a disservice by not showing their lists because they've spent all that time working on them out. We've got Stockton Dervishes at 7 points with Brendan Tully Commander and Credible Survivalist. I imagine this is because Brendan comes with set for charge. So he can set for charge, charge in Dervishes, set for charge, retreat with a Credible Survivalist to the side, then charge back in again. It's nice, isn't it?
Love it. Brilliant.
House-Studded Cavaliers, Winterfell Guardian. They don't really see that combo too much, do they? Winterfell Guard with Vargo Hope and a Craigman Survivalist. Stark Swarm Swords Loyalist Captain. Give them Furious Charge, superior numbers. Superior numbers is a really nice tweak as well. Not being able to expend weakened tokens on the attack if you have the same or fewer remaining ranks, or same or more remaining ranks than the enemy. Rob Stark Commander, Captain Stark. We're seeing Rob Stark a lot now. Do you think it's that +1 movement that's doing it?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's also because it unlocks the dog for free.
Yeah. Obviously, Steve's not running the dog.
No, he's not. But I think generally we're seeing him more because it unlocks the dog, right? Oh, you talk about the NCU choice rather than attachment choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's +1 movement.
Maybe he's just
because you look at the now makes Teddy Cavaliers 6-inch movement.
Well, yeah, I suppose so.
Or your Umber average is a 7-inch movement.
I mean, that's pretty good.
And it gives them outflank. It's a fact now.
I mean that is it. It's outflanking heavy cavalry is pretty good.
Yeah. In his second list, Howland Reed and Carstark Spearman. Carstark Spearman with Rickon and Osher. Crediman Trackers with so this is the combo I was talking about. No, it's not. Crediman Trackers. Although this is a good combo though. Crediman Trackers, so it gives you hidden traps and mark target. Rob gives them swift retreat and enhanced mobility, so the movement's 7 and they can pivot before they march. And when an enemy completes melee attack, you get a retreat action. And then the Crediman Survivor set, when you retreat, gives you elusive escape and pathfinder to get through terrain and stuff. So yeah, it's quite a nice combo. The actual commander version gives you regroup as well, so you can heal when you retreat. Shaggy Dog, Hashtag Cavaliers with Winterfell Guardian, Eddard NCU, Sandra NCU, and Lord Varys as NCUs. It's a nice list. We're seeing Howland used quite a bit more. Dan's saying the outflank change is huge. No, I agree, mate. I do agree. But I think the outflank change on top of the +1 movement makes him so good. Yeah. And Steve knows what he's doing when it comes to Starks, doesn't he? So, you have Yasir playing Lannisters, Greyjoy Mountain, Greyjoy on a guard, Lannister Halberdiers Tyrion, giving you that little built-in counter strategy and a little built-in counter strategy. Sorry, I didn't mean that to be because he's obviously a small person, but yeah, it's like a diluted version of counterplot is what I should have said. And battle plan to pull cards out, obviously giving him access to pull out assault orders quite easily. And then Brigands with Clegane Butcher, nice class rook Clegane Butcher, mate. So already we're seeing the Clegane Butcher being used loads now.
Yep.
Tywin, Peter and Varys, Turncoat. Nice. Tyrion Commander with Halberdiers, Jaime Lannister in Castle Honor Guard, Martial Training, I guess. Yeah, Martial Training. Gives you vulnerable, gets more tokens, gets you to turn off more stuff.
That's it.
And Castle Honor Guard, Clegane Butcher, Crossman with Adam Marbrand. Yeah, again, Sentinel. I wonder if that's obviously to give him the move and the shot on it.
It is, yeah.
Tywin,
That's the move.
Yeah.
It basically makes him a 6-point better version of Golden Company crossbowman, right?
Yeah. Nice. Wayne Peters running Broad Right Banners. So quickly skip through this one. Men at Arms Beric, Stag Knights of Forrest and Edric Dane. Let's get into these. What does that do for them then? Forrest gives them reinforcements.
Relentless.
Ah, nice, yeah. Edric gives them.
Yeah, Stag Knights with Relentless is pretty horrible. Plus Edric giving you Vassal. So you can use assault orders on them.
Nice. Brother Archer's Hop High. Brothers Small Knights Glory Seeker. And Peasant Levy with Gendry. Ghost High Heart and Revella Smallwood. How are you finding Revella now?
Love her. She's amazing. Totally changed my on paper. She lits pants, or in practicality, she's very good.
Yeah. Then the Forest List with Crown and Bog Devils. Oh, what does that do for them? What is that? Oh, it's a weird law thing, isn't it? Sundering Vicious.
Yeah, it's vicious and a heal. Sundering and vicious and a heal.
+2 to morale test, so morale 3. Edge gives them regroup. Okay, yeah, cool. So they get the swift retreat and the regroup as well. Yeah, I think Crown and Bog Devil's got a lot of play now. I think this season's been really good to them.
Yeah, we're starting to see. We this is what we thought, that this is actually a way to get more play out of different units. It's because it gives you more options to put attachments in them to make them do different things.
Yeah, and that's really cool, isn't it? It's good to get to try new stuff. You know, it's really shaking up for us. Anguire gives Brother Archers with retreating out flank. Brother Archers with Hot Pie. Guy Queen Crossbow, Guy Queen Officer, and Men at Arms.
3 units of bowmen.
With Catelyn and Jack and Agar. It's obviously copying their influence. Nice. Matt Form running Brathians from Balls and Swords and Hobbies. Derby. El Nestamon. Sentinels of Brienne. Sentinels of Bryce Caron. Orange, what was he? Taunt. It's an odd attachment for them, isn't it? Taunt for Sentinels. Rose Knights with Guard the Green. Again, give them Dauntless. Form Watch, Robar Royce. Again, another.
Just thinking about that, not necessarily, because if you instead use your Sentinel to move out of position, when you're up, you could then put. I think the intent there is to pull a unit out of position by taunting them into a worse position on the board.
Yeah. Or try and become a unit that they don't want to charge, so they're just forced to take the tokens.
Yeah.
Nice. Shy Errol, Marjorie Tyrell, and Courtney Penrose. I see Renly. I thought I was going to see a unit of Rambo Guard them. We haven't. We've got him in Sentinel, so it does give them a swift retreat, a swift strike, so you can Sentinel in and then bounce out and then charge back in again. Quite a nice combo. I like it a lot. Plus, Claims the Kingdom gives you that booster off of As of the Fury as well. Breath and Sentinels, Robot Royce, Stonefire Archers of Brienne, 2 units of Riders of Highgarden, Peter Baelish, Courtney Penrose, and Shy Errol. Nice list, really nice list, and I love it that we're seeing Sentinels quite a bit more now. We're seeing be quite a lot of Sentinels in this tournament,
Which we don't usually see.
We've never seen them, mate. They've never really made tabletop at all. So that's what I think is really great. Is that I think it's the addition of the points you can put in them that makes them now better units. I think more so for Stannis' side, but obviously Renly on this tournament it seems to be getting a lot of mileage out of them, which is quite nice. All right, cool. Right, should we look at Dan's Bolton list, or should we leave it? Should we skip him?
Yeah, let's skip him.
I can't.
No, let's look.
Let's have a look. Let's see what he's doing. Blackguards with Roose Bolton, Flayed Men with Glory Seeker, Blackguard with Ramsey, Dreadful Archers with Steel Sank, attachment gives them Sentinel and Roose's Vassal, Lord Varys, Jane, and Jack and Agar as NCUs. So obviously Jack and Agar can copy Jane's influence to give you +2 morale. What's he got it in? So 1, 2, 3. Obviously, for people who don't know, Dan is quite a high level competitive player with Boltons, which strangely enough. Some people may call that self-flagellation or sadism, masochism, but Dan enjoys it, so fair play to him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 activations. He's gone for the 4-3. He spent three of his 3 attachment points. He hasn't managed to get the 4th one in there because of Glory Seeker, obviously you pay for because it's a neutral. Yeah, solid
Yeah,
list. Yeah, Dan knows how to play the game, so it'll be interesting to see how he runs this. Again, 2 units with intimidating presence of archers, so the choice to shoot into it. Yeah. Oh, 3 units with intimidating presence. Flayed men and both unit blackguards got it, I think. Yeah. Oof. Nice, like it. Second list is Steel Shanks and Cutthroats, Glory Seeker, Inflamed Men, a vanilla unit of Flayed Men, Blackguards, Ramsey, Theon, Roose Bolton, Lord Varys and Shay. Nice. This is a hybrid of what he normally runs in high level competitive play with the 2 units of Flayed Men. So yeah, nothing much change there. He's only managed to spend 2 of his attachment points in this army, unfortunately. But I guess you can't win them all, right?
no, you can't.
Nice list though. The combination of Shay and Roost chucking out tokens, plus Reek obviously chucking out tokens. Then we got Brian McGonagall running Free Folk. So we've got Mance Raider in Spearwives, Jarl in Spearwives with a raid leader, Cadwell Savages with a Great Walrus, giving them battle scars, awesome combo. Follows a bone with Champion a Bone. Oh mate, he's running 2 War Mammoths. What an absolute hero. And 2 NCUs. What's he running there? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 activation with 2 NCUs. He's got 1, 2, 3. He's used all his attachment points. Fair play. That could be quite good.
Yeah, nice.
And the mag list. He's got mag, 2 Savage Giants, 2 Spear Throwers, and Varamir 6 skins with 2 NCUs.
Yep.
Mag for 1 point.
Yeah.
14, 28, 29, 35. Yeah, nice. So 2 really, again, I mean, when we talk about thematic lists, Brian's the one that is the one to look for because he runs. It's all about the IP for him, isn't it?
Yep. This will be the one that beats Brad's Cavalier list.
Honestly, it is the one that could potentially do it because the change to berserk tactics now, not doing wounds, means that actually they're going to struggle to get the hits for, I think, on the Giants to get to drop them in 1 hit, which means they hit back harder, ignoring armor saves, and then you've got to deal with the Giant Spear Throw as well. So I think this probably is the list to beat the Tony Cav.
Well, yeah, and you think so. If you got your 10 dice, let's say you hit all, they take 5 and pass the panic test. They're sitting on that 5 wounds. Yeah. So then you've got that giant then hitting back with 9 dice with no armor saves.
And vicious.
Into the Cavaliers. And vicious.
Yeah.
So you could potentially then just wipe them out back. That could be interesting. That'd be a good game to watch.
That could potentially mean that Brian's going to win it again and Steve's going to come second again. That'd be amazing.
Well, we'll have to see, won't we?
No. Aaron Grant, man in charge of Dice Lead and Steel, running Martells. I don't think I've seen run Martells before, so interesting choice for him to be running Martells. Got still got Dervishes with a bar of sand in there, giving him reckless heroism fueled by Slaughter Sundering. Yeah, that's a really nice unit for her. Sunspear Dervishes with Ramsey attachment, Darkstar Retinue of Elias Sand and Edric Dane. and June Vipers with Dervish captain. Such a shame they lost Counter Strike. Good they went down at 5 points, but shame they went down. They lost Counter Strike because that combination of Dervish captain was always nice with Disrupt and Counter Strike. Nymeria Sand, Tie-in Sand, Dora Martell, really strong NCU lineup. Then we've got Gerald Dane Commander. Bloody hell. Look at that for a unit. House Bolton Bastard Girls with Gerald Dane, Edric Dane, and Quentin Martell. So a front rank almost entirely comprised of characters, which is nice.
Nice.
Again, true conviction. So it's the same thing as the Baratheon one, giving you the rerolls on the same ranks. It's really nice. And outflank. June Vipers Dervish Captain, Stock of Mercenaries Dervish Captain, Slunsbury Dervishes with High Hermit Sentinel, that +1 movement and ambush, yeah, nice. Starfleet Riders, Tie-in Sand, Nymeria Sand. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points on attachments here. That's an investment, isn't it?
Yeah, then obviously Ramsey doesn't count, does he?
I'm looking at the second list.
Oh, sorry.
The first list, yeah, you're right. Yeah, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 points. Yeah, but the second list he's got 7 points of attachments here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 7 points of attachments.
That's a lot.
Nice though, spicy. Glyn Jones playing Starks. Used to run free fight quite a lot. Now pulling out the Starks. Got Rob Stark Commander, Cromwell Survivors, and Dervish. We've already seen that yet, so we know what that does. Take Cavaliers, went for Guardian, went for Guard with Great Number. Great Number and attachment seeing a little bit of play now as well, which is quite nice. Start by Craig Walden, Masanza, Liner, and Jack and the Gar. Jack and the Gar obviously can copy Lion's influence, so you start losing units and start becoming really good. Unfortunate thing is, I think you're quite unlikely to lose any of these units. But so he's got 1, 2, 3,
Yeah, but
4 points attachments there.
+1 to morale tests.
Yeah. Be good for the Tay Cavaliers, get that healing dealing going. Second list, Great Number, Incredible Survivalists. Message from Carl that I took the F-bomb on stream. I can only apologise, guys. I really do apologise. It's James is just a bad influence. He makes me swear.
Oh yeah, of course it's my influence.
Stark Swarm Souls, Great Number, Incredible Survivalists. I guess they'll get some traction at the Pathfinder. Maybe there's an idea to put them behind stakes and stuff. Went for Guard, Brendan Tully, Incredible Survivalist. So Incredible Survivalist has gone from being in no list to all lists, but you know it's a nice attachment though for if you just got some points left.
Well, yeah, makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah. Tunes Tully Cavaliers, Winterfell Guardians, Catelyn Stark, Lionel Mormont, and Lord Varys. Yeah, nice. And then Steve Butler, Darkman, a veteran of tabletop wargaming in general. King's Men, Stance Baratheon, Sentinels with Devon, giving you 6 plus always 6 charge, True Conviction as well. Baratheon Halberdiers with Brian Faring, again True Conviction, a little bit of protection from the Crown. Drangston Noble, a real Lightbringers with Davos, Alistair Florent, Axel, and Shira. Seen quite Axel Florent quite a lot as NCU in these lists, so that's quite nice, interesting. But yeah, this looks like a solid list. It's got a bit. Well, it's got everything in it. He's got counter attack. He's got defense or offense. He's got ranged. What's he running? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 3. So he's gone for the 8 activation. Oh, because he's got the Drunks Noble at 4 points as well.
Yep.
And he's got the 4 attachment points in there. 1, 2, 3. No, just 3 attachment points. I was speaking to Joe McCarthy on the Baratheon breakdown, and he did say in that that we might have to become comfortable with not running the 4 points, because I think it's going to change the way we list build. And I think sometimes you might have to be running without the full 4 points of attachments. And there have been times where I've had to leave a point out because we've had to just it hasn't served me doing the other stuff. Getting the extra attachment points in now doesn't do anything for me rather than the unit itself, which I think is what's happening.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see it average out at 3, aren't we?
Yeah, I think so, mate. Yeah. So we've got Renly Baratheon in Sentinels, Brienne in Wardens, Guard Morrigan in Halberdiers, Robot Royce in Highguard and Pikeman, and Raza Highguard with Olenna, Courtney, and Peter Baelish. So yeah, I like the Robot Royce choice because it gives the Highguard and Pikeman a fierce charge. So they're charging with their 7 dice, 4s to hit. They get +1 hit for each remaining rank. So they'll go to potentially, best case scenario, they go to 10 hits, or with a thingy token, a vulnerable token on there, and reckless strike. So you're getting critical blow as well from that charge as well, which is nice. Again, Guard Morrigan, we've seen him in every single list now, pretty much, for the Renly Baratheons. With Counter Strike and Dauntless. Pretty interesting good attachment anyway.
Very good for 1 point.
Yeah. Right, so before we go on the last list, just in the chat, so we've got Elliot, Nightmare up in reserve. I hadn't uploaded my list in 6 minutes with new change, so with new attachment changes, I've got 37 points lists. Okay, mate, right, well, let's. Okay, yeah, we'll get contact me, we'll talk through that. And Carl Black, it's going well, mate. New dice trays have turned up. I'm going to announce at the end of this video, we're going to be doing an episode for the AGT, and I'll be showing the trays and that. But really quality work. Carl obviously has done loads of stuff with the dice trays in the past. He's done the Sunny Slaughter ones that we always used to see, and the faction specific trays. But he's done loads of UCATS ones for me as well for price support. And look absolutely stunning, mate. Well done. Highly recommended. And they got a lot faster than last time as well. Right, so the last list is Simon Granat running Greyjoys. We've got Euron Greyjoy and Household of Reapers. Household of Reapers with new. Science Member Drowned Prophet. Black Top Chosen. Drowned Prophet now for 1 point is amazing. That resilience. Ironborn Reavers with Carl. Eric Armaker and Balon Greyjoy as its use. What we've got in, so that's a 1, 2, 3, 5, 2. All 4 points. No, all 4 points. Yeah, all 4 points used. And then exactly the same list. Exactly the same list. So that's a good list, isn't it?
I like it.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, the Drowned Prophet is very good value for 1 point.
Yeah. Awesome. Cool. Yeah. All right. So that's all listed done. So that's all sweet. So that's what we'll be seeing at the weekend. I am wrong button. This button. So that's the end of the live list reveal. Next week, I'm going to be doing a video on East Anglian Grand Tournament, and we're going to be going through different stuff on there. We're going to be going through prize support. We're going to be going through entertainment. We're going to be going through the event pack. So there's going to be loads of stuff we're going to go through on that chat, because I think it's quite out. And we're going to do the live draw for the starter set, the free starter set for the early bird ticket. So we're going to do that as well. If you haven't yet grabbed the ticket for that, please do. There is a very small amount of tickets left. I expect to go quite soon. There's a lot of people expressing interest in it, so I think they're pretty much already sold, but it's still a first come first serve. So if you are interested, do grab the tickets. If we do feel there is a demand, we can potentially look to increase the capacity for it. But at the moment, we're at about 60-ish tickets, I think, sold. So there's another 10 left. But if we get another 4, that will be 64 people over 2 days, which will give us one undefeated champion at the end of it, which would be nice. But definitely, if you sit on the fence about that, there is loads of prize support, which we'll go through in the next episode where we cover EAGT. So do like the video, subscribe to the channel to get an update on that, and jump in all the social medias. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be a good event, James. But Battle of Chained Stag II, Vengeance of the South.
There's a lot of different stuff there.
That's awesome, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Lots of different combinations. Lots of different things we've probably never even thought of before. So yeah, it's really cool. And it's good to see a lot of stuff that we haven't seen for a long time. So
yeah. Well,
yeah,
I
it'll
think
be interesting.
I think that's one of the most in-depth ones we've done, because just the amount we could have spent a lot more time doing that. But obviously, we don't go into it too much. But there is a lot of cool new stuff that we have absolutely never seen before. That's just really cool to see. Sweet.
Yeah, it's definitely going to shake up things. So yeah, it's very interesting.
Awesome. And dude, well, cheers everyone for tuning in for the chat. We're going to call it now. We will be streaming the event on the day on Sunday, so do join me in the chat for the streams. And we're gonna get some cool video footage of some games played, and these new attachments being run out. And I will definitely get Brian on the stream with his 2 mammoths at some point. But
yeah, sure.
Cheers for coming on, James.
That'd be good. No worries at all. Thanks for having me.
No, all right. You're part of the furniture, mate. That's why you're in the corner of the room.
Thanks.
You're welcome. All right, guys. Cheers, tune in, and we'll catch you all later on. And for those that are interested, we'll see you Sunday. Take care, guys. Say bye, James.
It depends if you can let me out the corner.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. All right. Bye, everyone.
Right, get back in the corner then.
Thanks.